my presentation this morning, I would like to take some time to honor one of our fallen allies and coaches, Ms. Monica Daniels. Monica was very instrumental in helping one of our families move towards self-sufficiency, and she will be greatly missed. So if you would, please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. This has been a tremendous year of change and transition for Strive to Thrive. But despite all of the changes, we have persevered, and I am proud to tell you that not only have we withstood the changes, but we have also exceeded our goals. I have been with Strive to Thrive since its inception in 2009. Initially, I served as a volunteer in the program, moved on to be a consultant, then was hired full-time as the coach, and now today I am proud to say that I am the executive director of this wonderful organization. And during these 5 years, I've witnessed what happens when a community unites across race lines, economic lines, and class lines, to become a resource to individuals who are motivated to change by helping them build relationships, helping them understand what resources are actually available in our community so they can become inclusive, productive citizens. But more than just lip service, it's about loving your neighbor, and that's what's happened in this community with Strive to Thrive. And one of the questions is, we had a tremendous milestone last year where we graduated our first families out of Strive to Thrive. And the question is, where are they now? Well, we don't have time to share all of the success stories of our graduates, but we would like to share one where are they now story with you. Before I do that, I would like to recognize another one of our graduates who's here this morning, Ms. Janetta Miles. Janetta graduated from Albany Tech on last week with her associate's degree in architectural drafting and design. She's interning with SRJ Architects and hopes to move into full employment with them. So we're looking for great things, greater things, because you've already done some pretty magnificent things. At this time, I would like to welcome Nakosha Dillard to the podium with me. And as she comes, we're going to recap her graduation story, and then she's going to share with you where she is now.
I was born on January 10, 1987, Albany, Georgia, to my wonderful mother, Robin Stevens. I was raised with 3 other siblings, all brothers. My family never truly had money, so I didn't grow with finer things, but my mother always made sure we were provided with necessities. I attended Westover Comprehensive High School from 2001 to 2005. I played varsity basketball all 4 years. In August 2008, I transferred to Kennesaw State University, but because of choices made prior to transferring, I had to move back home to Albany because I was pregnant. On March 23rd, 2009, my handsome baby boy, Caden Tristan Miller, was born. This journey has been difficult as a single parent. That is why, with the help of Professor Shayla Williams, I am so thankful to have had the opportunity to write a book entitled Surviving College While Raising a Toddler. Because of the support of my mother, I was able to finish school, and I graduated Darden with my Associate of Science in Biomedical Technology. I wasn't satisfied, so I enrolled into Albany Tech and graduated on September 16, 2011 with my Associate of Science in Pharmacy Technology. I recently completed my Bachelor's of Science in Biology with a concentration in biotechnology at Albany State University this past May, and I am now working in a paid internship with Terra Foods as a quality assurance lab tech. As a part of Strive to Thrive, I was blessed to have been matched with 2 wonderful allies, Amy and Dawn Class. Through their support and the assistance from Sherwood's Gearhead Ministry and Autoland, I was able to obtain a more affordable and reliable vehicle and move towards becoming more financially independent through the development of a savings plan. One of my other goals was to further my independence by acquiring affordable housing for my son and I. I am so excited to say the
inspirational people along this journey. Through this program, I have become a stronger individual and my faith in God has grown tremendously. Because of the program, my drive and determination to give back has become even stronger. On behalf of Strive to Thrive, I have had opportunities to go and speak to Commissioner Keith Gordon and his staff in Atlanta, Georgia, the Dougherty County Rotary Club, and the Kiwanis Club. From the publication of my first book, Surviving College While Raising a Toddler, I have had the opportunity to connect with community programs such as Phoebe Network of Trust, where I have had the chance to go into high schools to speak to the young females and share my story and give encouragement. Also, through the publication of my book, I am currently working to start my own initiative entitled Project Overcome. My purpose of this program is to empower individuals to stand in their truth, develop a forgiving heart, and live in their passion. This initiative will be based on 4 key points: character building, finding purpose, mentoring, and leadership. These characteristics were empowering me even more after completion of the Strive to Thrive program. I am also happy to say that I'm currently enrolled in online classes to obtain my Master's of Public Health and Global Health degree. I stand before you as a living testimony to say that one can get out of situational poverty and strive towards self-sufficiency. With just a little boost of encouragement and support from the community, volunteers, coaches, family, and friends, and the changing of my mindset, I did just that. And now, I am proud to announce that I have been hired as the new Strive to Thrive team leader. I am so elated because this is my opportunity to give back. This is my opportunity to reach out and give a hand up and not a handout. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikosha. We are so elated at Strive to Thrive to have Nikosha come on board as our new coach. And we look forward to greater things from Nikosha as well. Each year, one team leader is chosen to receive the Jane Wilson Family of the Year Award. The award is named in honor of Strive to Thrive's most generous benefactor and supporter. This award recognizes a team leader who has exemplified outstanding leadership, has shown commitment to the program through participation, and has given back to the community through volunteerism. The criteria for this award was actually developed by the team leaders themselves. And this year, it gives me great pleasure to present the 2014 Jane Wilson Family of the Year Award to Ms. Patricia Simmons.
I've met people like me and others who helped with the program to be the success that it is today. Through the partnership with the YMCA, I was able to get membership to work on my health and fitness, and my son is currently playing basketball there. I've also learned that it's okay to get a helping hand, especially from someone who motivates and wants the best for you. This is what Strive to Thrive has done for me, and I am grateful. Also, again, I just want to take the time to thank my mom, who's always been there for me. My cousin, she's always been there for me also. The Swain were always motivating me and helping me along the way. And I want to thank you all for being here and supporting Strive to Thrive.
Thank you, Leticia, for sharing your story, and congratulations again on your award. As you've heard in the past, families have tremendous barriers that they have to overcome, not only in achieving personal success, but also professional success as well, being able to retain their jobs. And some of these barriers include things such as lack of safe and affordable housing, reliable transportation, and preparedness for unforeseen events such as sudden illnesses. And due to our families being able to complete programs like FDIC Money Smart training and creating emergency savings plans, many of them have been able to pay off cars and debts and even buy cars outright to be able to help them become more self-sufficient. And I'd like to just share some of our 2013-2014 statistics with you. During the year 2013-2014, Strive to Thrive has served 92 participants in both our adult and youth programs. 87.5% of those are gainfully employed, with 71.4% of our participants remaining gainfully employed after 6 months. After 6 months of enrollment, 65.39% of the participants saw an increase in income. 60% of participants have reliable transportation, and 100% of our participants reside in safe and affordable housing. 27.8% of participants opened new savings accounts, and 55.5% of participants increased in educational enrollment. For every $1 spent on Strive to Thrive, $2 returns to the state in welfare and food stamp subsidies, and $4 returns to the local community in the form of new and earned income. What a return on our investment. These numbers reflect the hard work of all the families who desire to get ahead. Will any of the team leaders who are here today please stand up?
Team leader.
Janetta, you're a graduate. Natasha. We congratulate you on all of your hard work and your perseverance. Since 2009, more than 100 allies, now called coaches, have stepped up to the plate and made the commitment to help our families by giving them a hand up and not a handout. And these selfless individuals give their time and talent by attending weekly meetings that are held each Thursday evening from 6 to 8 p.m. at Porterfield United Methodist Church. They even attend training classes and workshops, and they meet monthly with the families to be able to help them achieve their SMART goals. And the commitment of these individuals, these coaches, like I said before, extends far beyond lip service. They're actually walking the talk, and we sincerely appreciate them, and some of them are here with us today. In addition to coaches, it takes a host of organizations to pull off the work that we do in order for us to achieve the kind of results that you've heard this morning. Last year we read off a long list of partners, but this year we can't do so because we have so many and we're so proud of that. But for the year 2013-2014, we had 126 volunteers who have dedicated over 1,400 cumulative hours to Strive to Thrive. From Porterfield, who host us, to organizations who actually provide meals for those individuals who volunteer to facilitate our classes, for those individuals who come alongside people to do financial literacy coaching, and it goes on and on and on. We sincerely appreciate you. In addition, our success would not be possible without the engagement and support of our wonderful media partners. They are there to cover almost any event that we have, and we appreciate them because you have helped us to increase our visibility in the community. Before I take my seat, I would also like to recognize the Strive to Thrive Board of Directors. If there are any members here, and there are, would you please stand at this time? And there's also a group that I would like to recognize. It's what I call our extended family. We are housed in the Albany Area Chamber of Commerce, and the Albany Area Chamber of Commerce staff has been so wonderful to Strive to Thrive. They help us in any way they can. Would that staff please stand at this time? Yeah, you can just stand. I'd also like to recognize the Strive to Thrive leadership class. This year we incorporated leadership, and on your tables you have handwritten note cards from that leadership class. Thanking you for your contributions. So let's give that leadership class a hand. Last but not least, I'd like to encourage all of you to get involved with Strive to Thrive in some type of way. If you can't volunteer your time, we ask that you please consider giving your financial support to an organization that is really making a difference in this community. And we look forward to another prosperous year, but it takes all of us. And our goal is not to any longer teach a man how to fish. We want to teach a man how to own the pond so they can create transformation. For me to turn the program over into the hands of Chris Hardy, the President and CEO and Board Member of Strive to Thrive.
I'm going to put this microphone down because if any of you have heard me stand at the podium, you know I do not need it. So, what is the purpose of us being here today? Traditionally, we hold this event in October, but it's, there was some concern about us holding this in December, but what better way and better timing to talk about an organization that gives so much to families in need than before the holidays? The three primary objectives of our Chamber of Commerce is to try to assist with, the improvement of workforce development, working with higher and public education, assist with improving the economy, working with small businesses to be sustainable and sufficient and improve themselves, but also work to improve our quality of life. I can't think of a better example of improving quality of life than trying to eliminate poverty. Eliminating something that to where families don't have to worry about how they're going to pay their next energy bill. Not have to worry about where their next meal is going to come from because they cannot afford it. Not having to worry about how they're going to get back and forth to a job because they don't have a ride. That's what Strive to Thrive does. It's the people that you've heard success stories over the years. That's what it's all about. And that's what we try to do. Alveda mentioned it a while ago, and so did Ben and Cynthia and John. The Chamber started 5-6 years ago, and even though the Chamber started and they are separate from the Chamber now, they are their own sustainable organization, but in order to sustain it, we need contributions. And I assure you, as a board member, every single dollar that goes into Strive to Thrive goes right back out to try to help these families get out of their poverty and improve their situations. So please consider it. You know, it's the end of the year. If you have any extra, donatable dollars that you want to be able to write off on your tax returns for next year, consider that. Even if you don't, consider something just a little extra. You know, year in and year out, our board constantly tries to find ways to sustain Strive to Thrive financially. And the business community, the community as a whole, is the way that's going to do that. You know, that money is going to stay within the organization. It's going to go right back out to helping these families that you've heard from today and in the future. So please consider that. Now, I'm going to switch gears a little bit. Hopefully each of you have heard about a special program that they're working on. I'm not going to mention any particular name of the program, but it's called Think Local. It's also something that we've been working on for about a year now. Jenny Sabella's here. Jenny, raise your hand real quick for me. Jenny's with Mississippi Clean Care. She is the chair of our Small Business Resource Committee. And this has kind of been a brainchild of hers and mine and Mary Bickerstaff, our membership director, and our Small Business Resource Committee. And again, something we've been working on for over a year now. And we're going to be launching it at our annual meeting on January the 29th. We're kind of planting seeds, setting the stage, leading up to that program, because it's not going to be something that you traditionally hear about. Now, the timing prior to the holidays is fantastic for this program, because we want each and every one of you to not just buy local. We want you to think local. Think about organizations that are here, whether it's nonprofit, for-profit, that work to make our community better. When you're thinking about shopping, I understand how easy it is to just go online and find something. A lot of our local businesses have a web presence. Please consider businesses that have a local presence when you consider going your holiday shopping this year. Please consider our local restaurants, our local service industries. When you shop local within our county, if it's a locally owned store, nearly 85% of that dollar stays here. Even if it's a national franchise, over 50% of that dollar stays here. Goes back into the company, goes back into salaries, benefits, the availability to improve their workforce, add jobs, get people out of poverty. So consider that when you're shopping, when you're doing business, when you're buying gas. We love our neighboring counties, we really do. But even when you're buying gas, think about buying gas within Dougherty County. That money stays here. We have a lot of locally owned service stations here in Dougherty County. Please consider that. Now, I'll get off that soapbox.